What's going on, everybody? Driving, so excuse me. Okay? Not sure what you guys can see. It's dark out here, so. I sat here, you know, and I, man, I sat through 5 hours. I mean, it was something. Like, I didn't watch the pre-show, and I didn't even catch the early ceremonies, like middle through the first match, you know, just to make sure, because I knew this is going to be a long, long night. Okay. And let me tell you, right? First of all, I have to be honest. I actually enjoyed this WrestleMania more than previous ones. All right, more than doesn't mean it was great or anything like that. Okay, some stuff was good, but overall, all right. I don't know. Overall, what can I say? And excuse me here, I'm driving, but there's just too much at WrestleMania. There's just too much. They got 2 battle royals, and then they got all these other, like, it's just too much, you know. And they blew their load early this WrestleMania. Like, holy shit! I mean, like, right out of the gate, like Lesnar versus Rollins. I was surprised by that. To me, the opening match should have been, like, you know, I would have done AJ Styles versus Randy Orton first. That's what I would have done. You know? But all right. I mean, that's the type of match that you want to start the show with. It's a match I like, by the way. It was, you know, you could only do so much with a Randy Orton. It was a clean match. Well, we'll get through them, so I don't want to. But I want to make this point first. Last month, actually 2 months ago, but just about 40 days ago or so, I watched, all right, I saw, why can't I see myself on this thing, man? What's going on? Why is it all dark? What the hell's going on? I cannot see myself, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I saw Metallica live, okay? Well, why is this guy talking about Metallica? That's nothing like that. I'm gonna make a point. Now me, I like Metallica's new shit. I definitely love their old shit, right? And I'm even the type, I even like Load and Reload, right? Now, when I saw Metallica live, it was a 3-hour show. And even though it was Metallica, 3 hours was more than enough. I've only seen Metallica once or twice before, that's it. So the fact that, you know, 3 hours is enough for, like, my favorite band. Did they play every song? No, right? Did they shorten up their songs so they could fit more songs? No. I wanted to hear Battery. I wanted to hear Ride the Lightning. There's songs I wish they would have played. But I love the songs that did play, right? So WWE can't go around and be worried about, oh, we got to fit everyone into the show, right? Like you can do 5-6 matches at WrestleMania and be good. Like, you don't have to do the amount of matches that it's a ridiculous amount of matches. And into 2 battle royals, and which I didn't even see. Those are in the pre-show. I don't got 2 more hours. Like, I can't sit down for 7 hours and watch anything, much less a product I'm not that into right now, right? So anyway, I'm watching this show, right? And I'm thinking, man, they could have taken off at least 4 matches on this pay-per-view and it would have been a better show, right? Does that mean that there's going to be guys that are not going to... Too bad, right? Too freaking bad. It's you cannot add quantity or too much quantity to the show because it's going to impact the quality of the show. Not everyone, even if everyone deserves to be on WrestleMania, not everyone has to be on WrestleMania, right? Just the way you may leave somebody that I'm going to be angry about. You might leave out AJ Styles. I may be pissed off about it, but you're still going to have a better show, right? I might even I mean, it's crazy. Like I'm watching the show thinking, okay, now it's time for the main event. Like, what? We got another match? I totally forgot about Kurt Angle's match. I was like, oh shit, Kurt Angle's in the card. All right, let's go over this. First, right out of the gate, like Lesnar's already doing Suplex City on freaking Rollins when I start watching the show, right? Because I mean, like I'm like, what's going on here? Rollins already getting suplexed? Like what's going on? It's blowing their wad and shit. You get the Royal Rumble winner in the opening match. Not the most horrible move, but they could have done a better opening match. All right. So they do this match. All right. All right. He does 3 stomps on Lesnar. I thought Lesnar was going to kick out. I'm going to keep it real. So it was a pleasant surprise that it was 1, 2, 3 and it was over. Right? Because it kind of, storyline wise, came off as like a fluke. Right? It was like a flukish win. Like he did the low blow and then boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3 and he got away with it. Like, which is good. In case they ever want to revisit this rivalry in the future, which, I mean, I don't have an issue with Lesnar the way a lot of you people out there have an issue with Lesnar being in the WWE. I don't. Okay? I'm perfectly fine with Lesnar being in the WWE, but I get that. I would rather they use Lesnar for big events, you know, or something like that, rather than have him as a champion. Because you do want the champion to be more active on every pay-per-view and so on and so forth. Right? Rollins wins. I like Rollins. Rollins is arguably, right now, probably the best talent they got. Okay? Everyone knows that AJ is my dude. I'm an AJ Styles fan. But AJ's getting up there in age, man. I don't think AJ is as good as he used to be. But right now, I think Rollins is the best Raw talent they got. If I'm honest, you know. Tried to throw his gum out, fucking came back in. What the fuck's going on? Right? The gum did a counter on me. It's like I'm not leaving, bitch. Like, chill. So Rollins wins. Okay, fine. And that's what you want from an opening. You don't want a long, drawn-out match as your opening match. You know what I mean? So what they did, I'm okay with. I just think they could have done it with another match. What was next? All right? I'm trying to remember what match is next. I don't remember. So I put in the comments what match is next. Let me bring up the comments. I could kind of look at the comments. What match was after the freaking Lesnar, Seth Rollins? Yeah, I agree. It was better than last year's WrestleMania, but that's not like a big deal. Like, you know, it wasn't that hard to beat last year's WrestleMania. Man, last year's WrestleMania was horrible. And the fact that Roman Reigns wasn't in the main event was refreshing. After like 5 straight years or whatever the fuck it was, of him being in the main event. Right? Man. I'm having a hard time like remembering what the second match was. What the hell was the second match? This show's too long, man. Alright? Somebody put in the comments what the second match was. Well, we're waiting on the second match. Miz versus Shane McMahon. I have not been following SmackDown that much, but I kind of saw what they did, and I saw some of the earlier stuff, and I think they did a good job of leading. Like, it's rare that WWE sets up a match, you know, like that nowadays. Like, you know, it's like this was like months in the making, which is refreshing. All right, they did a good job. Like, I wish they did that with all Mania matches. It just seems like all of them were just thrown in last minute. Okay. I still haven't gotten what the second match was. Was it Miz versus? Was it? But anyway, Miz versus Shane. Good match, actually. I actually enjoyed the match. And you know what? I've never been a fan of the Miz, man. But this storyline was good, and what can I say? All right. I think the match was good. I think the set, like you know, when you watch a Shane McMahon match, they're gonna do some crazy stunt in the end. It just, that's a Shane 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be a stunt. Okay. This one was kind of weak, all right, because the way they landed on that thing made it so obvious. Right? I mean, that was the softest fall of all time. But I like the fact that the heel won. That's another thing I kind of like from this Mania. All right? But I don't like it when, like, the baby faces are just winning all the matches. Like, it gets boring and predictable at that point. I like heels winning. And that you know, should be a thing. All right? Somebody surprised Brock lost. I'm surprised too. All right. By the way, those listening, take a moment, thumbs up the video. Can somebody help me out here with a match order? Because this is a long ass show and I'm driving. Right. So Miz beats Shane. Okay. What was the second match? Can somebody tell me what the second? I know I'm missing a match here in my head. All right. Somebody look up what was the second match at Mania. All right. Please, I beg you, right? Is it just the light? What the fuck? I don't know, man. So something. I don't think it was a tag match, was it? Yeah, it's a long ass show. Like it's hard to remember matches. Like, it's a fucking 5-hour show, man. But I know I'm missing a match. We'll come back to it. Throw matches out there. The tag match. Loved it. Okay. First of all, I kind of wish they didn't do 4-way so much. But man, let me tell you, man, Aleister Black's alright, but Ricochet is that dude. Alright. Like Ricochet, like I just know at some point Vince is gonna fuck him up. Okay, like it's Vince needs to go. But as of right now, that dude is unbelievable in the ring. Okay. And I know just 5 minutes ago I said Seth Rollins the best Raw talent. Ricochet might be better than Rollins. Okay, I need to see him in more one-on-one matches and stuff like that. But Ricochet is up there, man. Okay, that dude, like he's that dude. So I enjoyed that match. The Usos retained, you know, which was I also like the fact that some champions retained. I don't like, you know, Mania being a fucking fest of changing titles and shit all the time, okay? AJ Styles versus... I can't believe that. I was just talking about AJ, all right? Who the fuck died and shit? Like, what's going on over here? Somebody died, all right? You guys are right, though. AJ Styles, Randy Orton. I don't know why it was later in the match, but it was a... You know what? Like, AJ never has a bad match. And Randy never has a messy match. But it was an okay matchup. But, like, I'm not going to tell you guys it could have been better. Because it was just that's how Randy Orton has matches. Randy Orton has slow, methodical matches. Okay? They're clean. They're not messy. Like, they're solid. But that's a Randy Orton match. Like, anyone who says, oh, they could have done better, like, I don't know what you wanted the guys to do. I think it told a good story. I don't know if it was WrestleMania quality, all right? They could have probably done this in another pay-per-view. I would have rather have seen AJ Styles have, personally, okay? Kind of like HBK did with Ric Flair. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have set up. But whatever, right? So good match, but I just felt like I could have watched that match on SmackDown. Let's be honest. It could have been a main event on SmackDown or something like that, or just on the card of another pay-per-view. Personally, I did like the commentary in that match. Personally, I like the little storyline they had behind it, like the indie guy versus the established WWE guy. I didn't really catch on to the whole storyline, how they set it up, but I think the commentary was good. It was good hearing Jerry the King Lawler, man. He's so good at what he does. So I'll say that. I also noticed that they have those guest commentators so they can take piss breaks, okay? And they don't lose their fucking voice at the end of the show. Like, at some point, they got to go take a piss. In case you're wondering, well, why do they got special guest commentators? Because somebody went to go take a piss break. All right? But anyway, AJ Styles, man, Randy Orton, solid match. Should have probably been the opening match, to be honest with you. But I want to see AJ Styles, man. And AJ Styles should be in a WrestleMania main event, right? AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, to me, next year, WrestleMania is a main event match that they can do, all right? We'll see. I mean, well, I don't know what they're going to do, but that's just my thoughts. So I talk about that. Miz versus Shane. The four-way tag match, by the way. Why can't they just do one team versus another team? You know, they could have done the Usos versus Aleister and Ricochet. And that's it. Right? I mean, I understand that WWE wants to get as many people on WrestleMania, but it's stupid. Right? They got to go back to I was going to say one-on-one. 2-on-2 tag matches, right? They're getting too gimmickized. Okay, I'll say that. Well, what else? Okay, what was after the tag match? You guys have put in a lot of comments. I appreciate it, but damn. So there was that tag match, Miz versus Shane. God damn, it was a long show. All right, the women's tag match, right? It was all right. The women's four-way was okay. They're gimmicking. They're making the whole thing a gimmick, and all right, it was okay. Like, Nia Jax took a hell of a fall, though. Like, she didn't fall so good out of the ring when they took her off the top rope. I don't know what Nia Jax doing on the top rope anyway. Right? Just being honest. Big guys and big girls should not be on the top of the ropes. I'm just saying. All right? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. All right? What good's going to come out of it? Like, it's just, you know, the shock and awe of it is just not worth it. Okay, match. What do they call the elites or those two chicks from Australia? I don't even know their name. Okay, it's the first time I seen them. All right. I thought the finish was good. You know, it was a good finish, and it wasn't a bad match or anything. But I'm just not sure if it belonged on WrestleMania. Oh no! How can you say that? Women's Revolution. It wasn't. I said the same thing about Styles versus Orton. Like, you know, like, I don't think it belonged on WrestleMania. But that's me. It wasn't a crime or anything. The match was all right, but whatever. That's that. Let's get Samoa Joe or Mysterio out of the way. Quick match. I heard that Rey Mysterio was injured and they have to do that match quick, from what I hear. Right? But I actually didn't mind it. Like, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I think every WrestleMania should have that match that ends like right away. You're like, what the hell? Right? Just because you want to make sure people know that can happen. It's people need to. WWE needs to get back to surprise endings, and it really needs to get away from the multiple near falls and all that shit. Okay. And my favorite match of the night. Okay. Some people might roll their eyes or whatever. I don't care, right? I enjoy the Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan match. That was a hell of a match, right? I wasn't keeping up with the storyline on SmackDown or anything. And I'm not going to lie. When I heard that this was a WWE title match, I was a little confused, right? And it's not because I don't appreciate Kofi Kingston's talent, okay? I've been saying for years that this dude needs a push, right? It was because I couldn't believe the WWE gave him a title shot. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. When I saw that, I was like, no, Kofi Kingston? Like, they're going to go that route? And they also did what I said they should have done years ago. They haven't done this in years. Have someone win their first title and get their first title shot at WrestleMania. I mean, that's how Shawn Michaels won his first championship. That's how Stone Cold won his first championship. Like, they haven't done that in years. Like, it's insane. Like, dudes will win, like, the third championship at the main event of WrestleMania. Like, it's crazy. So, I like that aspect of it. I like the aspect of... Some stuff was a little overkill, but the idea of how they kind of did the whole Kofi Kingston thing. They kind of set up that Elimination Chamber, and I was watching some highlight clips on YouTube and stuff, and they had him win the crowd over at the Elimination Chamber, and then he won a title shot, and Vince took it away from him, and then I think the gauntlet thing was overkill, but at the end of the day, right? Either way, I think it was great. I think they planted those seeds. They didn't have to do the overkill stuff, and you saw it. I mean, they had the crowd on the palm of their hands. Like when Daniel Bryan was doing the yes thing, all right? When he was doing that, and they were chanting no, like it's like such a topsy-turvy thing, man. Like it's the opposite of what you saw at WrestleMania 30, right? And I mean, it was just they told a great story. I could have done without New Day out in the outside, and Daniel Bryan's bodyguard, Harper on the outside, or is it Harper? Whatever his name is. We don't need these like man, we got to make sure everybody's part of WrestleMania. Fuck that, okay? He didn't need his buddies on the outside, right? There's something about a world championship match in wrestling that it should be just one-on-one and no one on the outside apron, and like you know what I mean? That's just me. I could have done without that, okay? Plus, Big E just annoys me. Like, it's just something about that dude that it's cringe-worthy to watch, and his mannerisms, that's me. But anyway, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan told a great story. That was my favorite match of the night, all right? And Kofi Kingston winning the championship is a long time coming. I think him winning at WrestleMania, I mean, good for him. I mean, this is their business. This is what these guys do, right? Now, how his title reign's going to be, I have no idea, okay? Me personally, I think he needs to break away from New Day, right? That's what I think, but I'm not a fan of New Day, right? But I think he needs to break away from that. I don't know how they're going to do it. Like, it's something has to happen. Like, I think one member, like, I would like to see Big E just go back to the old heel Big E. Like, do a celebration and shit, and then attack Kofi Kingston or something, and then just that could end New Day. They could do a rivalry there or something. That's what I would do, but whatever. They're gonna fuck it up somehow. All right. I don't want to see an immediate rematch with Daniel Bryan. You know, I think they should wait it out. I would keep Daniel Bryan off of TV for at least a month. They could do the rematch at SummerSlam or something like that. That's what I would do, but whatever. Woods versus Kingston. All right, there you go. That Woods versus Kingston would be a good match, actually. Woods is a very talented. Woods is very underutilized, man. Like, this dude's way more talented than dancing and playing a trumpet. I mean, that's what they had the guy doing. And being a cheerleader for Kofi Kingston. I mean, this shit's insane. All right? That's me. All right? But somebody from New Day needs to turn heel, have a feud with Kofi or something. You know what I mean? I think that's, you kill two birds with one stone. They got to put New Day in the back burner, right? Like, there's no way that Kofi Kingston wins the world championship and these two dudes are like, all right, like just being cheerleaders. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. Okay. What matches am I missing here? What matches have I not covered before we get to the main event? Well, first, a Balor versus what's his name? Lashley. Man, WWE is not using Lashley right, man. Like I like Balor, but Balor's probably like my second, third favorite freaking wrestler right now. But it's not that, but the match is definitely rushed, right? And that's if I was a wrestler, honest to God, and I'm not on the main event, like the worst spot to be in is like the match before the main event, because they'll tell you like you got to rush that shit because we need to leave enough room for the main event. Okay, that's the worst the spot to have, the pre-main event spot, because they'll rush that. That match was way too rushed. These two guys are way too talented. That match should have been a lot better, right? Underwhelming match. If they were going to have Balor win, Lashley was supposed to dominate 90% of that match, right? And Balor do a come from behind victory. It would have been a better story to tell. It's the Goliath versus David story. That's what they should have done. Okay, it's a working formula. I don't care if you say it's overplayed, right? 10% of the time, have Balor get some offense, but I mean, holy shit, man! Like, but that's me, okay? So that match was rushed. That should have probably been the opening match, to be honest with you. But the Intercontinental, I mean, it was good. It's good to see the Intercontinental Championship being taken more serious now. But we saw a Raw match on WrestleMania. That's what we saw. Okay. Ooh, he came out as a demon. I mean, that's cool and all, but okay. What am I missing? Am I missing a match? Before I talk about the main event, did I miss anything? Did I miss the match? I think I covered them all. Oh, Triple H versus Batista. Typical Triple H match. I mean, what can I say? All right. Look, I don't think Triple H is terrible. Okay. We'll get to Kurt. We'll get to the Kurt match. I forgot about that. Now, wasn't that the pre-main? Man, this show was so long, I don't remember what was what. Anyway, Batista Triple H. This was one of Triple H's weakest entrances, by the way. And this is also one of the weakest, like, WrestleMania, like, setups. Like, I liked it better when they had, like, WrestleMania, like, the letters. And I'm not a big fan of the Titantron and all that, but whatever. Maybe it's better for the live crowd. I don't know. They're doing the 3D thing, and that's cool and all, but whatever. Triple H usually, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the dude, but his entrances are always great. Okay? But that's that. Batista's, you know, kind of went with the whole Hollywood thing. Didn't have a problem with it. Although the Hollywood thing is played out. Like The Rock did it, Hulk Hogan did it, you know, whatever. The match. Let's see if this makes sense. It was better than I expected. But it still wasn't that good. Right? Like, it was okay, you know, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like it's. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Triple H matches that something always feels like it's missing. You know, and then. But you know, should this have been a WrestleMania match? I guess, but it's what Batista wanted, man. He wanted this match, and I guess Triple H wanted it too, and they put themselves like way up on the card. And, you know, they should have done this match before or after Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. You know, like it's, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. They looked old. Like it was a slow match. You know, and it's shit we've already seen. Like, ooh, it took out the sledgehammer. You know, I don't know, man. I just feel like I've seen this shit before. You know, that's how I feel when I watch Triple H matches. You know, like it's just like, oh, here we go, and you could almost. I swear to God, I'm not joking when I say this. Like I know what's gonna happen next. Like you know, like when he took out the sledgehammer. Look, watch. They're both gonna pick up the sledgehammer and not be successful like with it. It's not going to be till the very end. Watch, Ric Flair's going to come out at some point. And it's just, I don't know. You could kind of, and I know Bret Hart has said this, you could kind of call like what they're going to do next. And, you know, people say he's hating, but man, I'm telling you, like I could see, you know, like even when he picks up a tool, like I know what he's going to do with it. Like, you know, like it's just when he picked up the one like clippers or whatever the fuck you call them, I knew it was gonna pull out the nose ring. I knew it. But it's I don't know. You're saying that now, but like I swear to God, I knew. Which I'm not sure how I feel about a nose ring being pulled out in a wrestling match. It hasn't like dawned on it. Like you know what? I don't know how to feel about it. Those listening right now live, take a moment, thumbs up the video. All right. Bad or last year, I'm not saying it's a bad match, you know. I just feel like it was rushed. I feel like they could another 5, maybe 7, 8 minutes would have made the match better, you know, personally. Kurt Angle, Corbin, just a weird way. Like, if this really is, and I guess it is, the last match of Kurt Angle, it's just like a weird, I don't know, it's just, you want a Legend's last match to, of course you're going to lose, but you want it to be something iconic. And no offense to Corbin or anything, and you know, I actually enjoyed the match, and Kurt's old, and they did what they could, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like it just, I don't know. I remember like when I saw like Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, there was just something magical about that match. You know, like it's this match. It just felt like a regular Raw match, and like. And Angle's last moment, it was just like, I don't know, it just felt underwhelming. I was going to be honest with you, right? It felt underwhelming, and me personally, you're gonna put out Old Yeller, man, you have someone who's gonna tell a good story, and you have to put Kurt Angle in there with someone like AJ Styles, or man, there's so many guys you could have done it with. Like, all right, I think I'm back on, guys. I don't know what happened, and I don't even know you were able to hear me a moment ago, but I lost connection. But I'm back. All right, I'm back. We're listening live. Take a moment, thumbs up the video. Anyway, I was talking about Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle. They could have done that. Randy Orton could do that slow, methodical style with Randy Orton. They could have done a great match with that. Orton could have been the heel that ended him. I think he would have done a better job than Corbin. Like, Corbin is like a snobby heel. Like, it's like a, I don't know. They could have used fucking, instead of feeding him to Roman Reigns, that's another, I forgot about that match, by the way. Right? The Scottish psychopath. What the fuck's his name again? McIntyre. McIntyre would have been a better heel that would have put away Kurt Angle, you know? It's just, Corbin is like a na 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 na, I beat you. That's how what I get out of Corbin, you know? Whereas like a McIntyre or an Orton heel would have been like, I put this motherfucker out of his misery, okay? Like, I didn't do it to be funny. Okay, I did it because he's old and he does not belong in my fucking ring anymore. Right? If they were gonna do that, that's what they should have done. Right? Like, I took this motherfucker out back and shot him. Right? Corbin is like, he's just a horrible heel. Right? It's horrible. Like, you don't want to end the career of Kurt Angle and have the guy that ended the career act like a fucking 5-year-old, like you know, that want to give him marbles, right? I beat you, like it's just dumb, like it's stupid. They could have had McIntyre in the career of Kurt Angle, okay, Randy Orton, or he could have gone the other route, you know, a guy that didn't want to, he just has to do what he's got to do. AJ Styles, fucking. They could have had Samoa Joe in the career of this dude, okay? And he would have done a better job of it. You know, but no, they have to do it with Corbin. Okay, whatever. Okay, I mean, it's, what are we going to do? Like, it's not going to do anything for Corbin. Corbin's not, like, this dude sucks. Right? Right, it's amazing. You know, you give Corbin, like that, I don't know. McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. You know, it wasn't I'm not going to say it was a bad match. Right? Believe it or not, I enjoyed the actual match itself. McIntyre is a hell of a talent in the ring. Okay? Especially for his size. He's fast. He's athletic. He's a great storyteller. His face expressions. I mean, the dude is, he's a beast. Believe they fed him to Roman Reigns, right? I mean, when is this company gonna learn? You know, like it's when are they gonna learn? Like, you know, but whatever. I think they owe the guy a rematch, and I think he should win the rematch. Okay, that's what I think. I get it. You want Reigns to have his WrestleMania moment, like if he hasn't had him already, right? Dude's main event like 5 WrestleManias or 6 of them. Okay, they're making it seem like he needs this moment, right? Like, we know who needed this win. It wasn't Roman Reigns. Okay, you could have always had Roman Reigns avenge the win later. You know, it's what happened to the days where babyface got beat and humiliated, and then comes back and wins a rematch. You know, what happened to those days? You know, like what's going on? But no, Roman Reigns, we're not gonna do that. Okay, they did it once with Lesnar, right? They fucked up McIntyre's first WrestleMania match, man. I mean, it's insane. They fucked up this first WrestleMania match. Elias, before I get to the main event, I mean, do you see how Elias is just over? Like, the crowd loves Elias, man. The guy's charismatic. They keep burying him. Like, I just don't. I don't know if Vince thinks it's funny or like what. Like, I just don't get it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be funny. Like, we're gonna like bury him. Like, it was John Cena comes out with his horrible raps. Like, that's how you use John Cena. You could have used John Cena. You could have put John Cena versus Kurt Angle. It was John Cena's first WWE match. You could have made that match again, and it would have been the last match of Kurt Angle. You know what I mean? I don't even like Cena, but that would have been a better storyline, a better setup, but whatever. But yeah, they're gonna bury Elias. I mean, it's just stupid. And then the announcer is trying all hard, like acting like John Cena's rhymes are funny. They weren't funny, like, at all. Right? Sucked. Okay? Well, I hope you're right. I can't. I'm driving. I have a hard time reading this. It's name here. It ends with 09. I hope you're right. I hope it leads to a push. But if it's a chicken shit heel push, I don't know. It's not going to do anything for him. Right? It's not going to do anything. If you give him the chicken shit heel push. I'm just saying. Elias deserves a push, man. I would have done something else with Elias. It's feeding him to Cena. Like, to be honest with you, they should have had him smash, like, I thought they were going to have him smash the guitar over Cena's head and knock Cena out. That would have been surprising. Nobody would have seen that coming. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knew, like, someone, more likely Cena. I kind of had a feeling it might be The Undertaker, but I was like, yeah, I don't think so. But, you know, maybe The Rock. But you know, I was like 90% sure. I was leaning towards Cena coming out and ruining the whole thing. All right, but whatever. It's what they did. Whatever. He rapped about being heel and burying him. Get it? Stupid, right? If this leads to a feud with Elias and Cena, and they have a match like at SummerSlam, and Elias wins, all right? Then cool, all right? Shit, if they did a double turn and really have Cena turn heel and have Elias turn face, that could be some, but I don't think they're going to do it because this company hasn't done the right thing in years. All right, let's talk about the main event. I'm going to be honest. I love the main event. All right? A little sloppy at times. Some of these women are doing things they shouldn't be doing. All right? But you can forgive it in this case because it is the main event of WrestleMania. You do have to take risk. All right? Some of the stuff looks sloppy. But I'm sure people enjoyed it. You know, there was this one thing where, like, I think, like, Rousey was trying to get Charlotte Flair in an armbar, and Becky ran to the rope, like, springboarded off the ropes on the opposite end, and they came back and did a drop kick through the ropes on Rousey. Again, it's Mania. You have to do some crazy shit in the main event, whatever. But man, Rousey did not land real good right there. I mean, that was something, man. I mean, Rousey landed hard, man. She could have gotten hurt right there. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch did some stuff off the top rope twice. Didn't look really crisp. If guys did that and fucked up, man, like, they would catch out for it. But, you know, women's revolution, whatever, okay? But women's bodies are not made like men's, man, okay? But, again, it's the main event of WrestleMania. Cool, right? Overall, though, it was a good match. I like the match. You know, it's good storytelling. They do the same shit with the guys. I don't like it, but in triple threat matches, like someone will get thrown off the ropes and they'll stay outside for too long. Like it's like you just got thrown off the ropes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just lazy writing. But there's a but. They didn't do it too long in this match. Okay. They could have done a little better with the third person coming back in. They had way too many kickouts for a triple threat. The triple threat is a perfect time to protect moves, but somebody could come in and break the count, and you don't know if they would have kicked out or not. But okay, a couple kickouts here and there for roll-ups and stuff. But, you know, for impact moves, you just don't need to do kickouts. You know, in a triple threat match. You know, but whatever. Not nitpicking. But it was a good match though. Like this was actually a better main event than all the fucking matches Roman Reigns had. I'll tell you that right now. So it was an upgrade from what we had. I would say it was a good time to do the main event. I mean, take advantage of the fact that Rousey's there. I am surprised that Becky Lynch got the pin. And I like the way that they kind of made it controversial. You know, it's that I did like. And it was an unexpected time to end the match, which is good. Right? Like that's good. I know there's people bitching, oh, they ended it like that. Like, it's a good way to end it. It creates controversy and it protects the character, and later on, if they have a match, Rousey could say, you know, I got screwed. I didn't really lose. And like, you could do a match out of that. I think the match would have been better if it was just Becky and Rousey. I think they could have just done a better. I don't think Charlotte Flair was necessary. And I thought Charlotte Flair was there just to get the pin. That's what I thought. Like to protect, you know, Rousey or whatever, right? But like not have her get pinned, protect her that way, but they didn't go that way. Good for them. I gotta say, man, Rousey is, I mean, she's good at what she does, man. I gotta be honest. Anyone who doesn't think Rousey is a good professional wrestler is out of their mind. Okay. This whole idea that she injures women is not true. Okay. Ronda Rousey hasn't ended somebody's career. Okay. The way, you know, a lot of the women that you guys are praising. Okay. Like Sasha Banks ended the fucking career of another professional wrestler, right? For doing a fucking lousy move. So I'm not saying it was on purpose or anything like that, but what's your name again? I forgot her name. They made a movie about her. But your train of thought is hard to keep when you're driving. All right? But to me, the way, Sasha Banks, I know it's Sasha Banks, but man, what's her name? The fucking chick from England. Ended her career. Ronda Rousey hasn't done that, right? Ronda Rousey makes it look like it's rough, but it's not. That is a good professional wrestler, man. Paige, there you go. Like when she does something, like, oh shit, it looks like she's ragdoll. Like she's not hurting these women, all right? Like she's not. Like, you know, so I'm just saying. She never dropped somebody on her head and fucking. She's never done crazy moves and like, you know what I mean? Like it's funny when people say shit like that, but she's good at what she does. Like it's crazy. Like I laughed my ass off like twice. Like when she was telling Charlotte Flair, you chop like a bitch. And Charlotte Flair said, what? You chop like a bitch. And then Charlotte Flair backhanded her. Like hard. I'm like, holy shit. And no one does that unless you agreed to it before the match, right? Because no, she's not gonna backhand her for real, like fucking on purpose, without her knowing anyway. Just saying, okay. But like, you know, she knew it was WrestleMania. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna say this, and I want you to fucking backhand me across the fucking face. And like, they had this conversation, okay. And she took it like a champ, right? She took those chops, like those chops hurt, man, right? But anyway, I thought that was hilarious. I thought that when she flipped over the table and said, tables is for bitches or some shit like that. I don't need a fucking table. I thought that was hilarious. It worked the crowd. The crowd booed, I think, but like that's working the crowd. Like, you know, it reminds me of Kurt Angle. Speaking of Kurt, like years ago, there was a hardcore. He was gonna have a hardcore match with Chris Jericho. I forget who the hell was gonna have a hardcore match with. But Kurt Angle came out and he's like, what do you think I'm going to use? A chair? I don't need a weapon. I am a weapon. Right? I always thought that was so cool. Like, you know. It's a good match. Good match overall. I think they did some good storytelling. They had a better triple threat match, and I've seen a lot of dudes have triple threat matches. Okay, so I think it was good. I liked the match. My favorite, of course, was Kofi versus Daniel Bryan, man. To me, that was my favorite match. Okay. As for AJ Styles, man, like some of these guys, I don't know what they're gonna do with them next. Kofi Kingston being champion is kind of, and I haven't really kept up with the product, so you can't really do Kofi versus AJ, and you can't really do AJ versus Rollins. You know, you just don't want to waste those matches so early right now. And plus, they're both faces, and something has to change. I want to see AJ back in the title picture, but not yet. Like, put it back in the title picture when you're ready to make him champion. But I'll say this. AJ Styles, right, has been the most consistent wrestler this company has had for the last 3 years, or 4 even. I think he should win the Royal Rumble next year, right? No, we don't want Jinder Mahal, okay, as world champion again. That was horrible. Horrible idea, right? AJ Styles needs to win the, like, I would keep him away from the title picture. In fact, have him feud with like Samoa Joe for the U.S. Championship or something. They could have like a 3-month feud. If you want to do that and keep him preoccupied, and to have Joe get over, you don't even have to have him beat Joe. You know, he could just get screwed over or something. I would keep him away from the title picture. I would have him win the Royal Rumble and have him in the main event next year, man. AJ Styles deserves the main event spot, right? That dude deserves. He's not getting any younger. I think he's more than proven himself. AJ Styles deserves that WrestleMania main event, the last match of the night. Okay? And I would like it to be against Rollins personally, or a heel Roman Reigns, one or the other. But that's what I think. Balor versus AJ Styles would be a great main event for WrestleMania. I mean, there's so many ways you can go around this, but go with it anyway. But that's what I think. All right. You guys think? What do you guys think of the show? Almas is good, man, but I just, for some reason, he's not getting the push, man. It's WWE is weird, man. And also, we don't know SmackDown going to Fox Sports. We just don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I know Fox Sports wants it to be more sports oriented, or whatever the fuck that means. Like scripted more as an actual sport rather than SNL comedy, which I think is good, right? So a lot of things could change. A lot of things could change, right? I don't know how the contract is structured. Fox Sports wants stars on there, obviously. They don't want it to be perceived as a B show, right? So there you go. What about Ricochet? What if you make AJ Styles champion again, Ricochet wins the Royal Rumble? You know, maybe too soon, but I like Ricochet, man. Good talent, really good talent. Good for Kofi Kingston. They're gonna fuck up the title reign. Just watch. Great match. Well, I didn't even know what's. I know Scott Steiner has the same thing, man. But what's it with it? Is that like a torn muscle? I really don't know. I'm honestly asking. Like he's got like a weird chest, man. like something tore. I don't know. He's like I don't remember his chest being like that. And I haven't really paid really much attention to it. No, but I know, like, I was watching WrestleMania with my brother, and he brought it up. He's like, "What's up with his chest?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, man? Holy shit!" You know. I know I've seen Scott Steiner with the same thing. I don't know if it's like a torn pec muscle or what. Man, I just don't know what that is. I honestly don't know. Or maybe Kofi was always like that. I never noticed it. You know. Anyways, guys, I'm almost to my destination, so let me read some comments really quick. Let's see. Everyone knows Alma's manager is married to Aleister Black. Right. And Alma's dating Charlotte Flair. Shit's insane. There's so much drama like backstage, man, right? By the way, the whole helicopter thing, I mean, well, it was just a waste of time, like, with Charlotte Flair. Like, it's just like, okay, ooh, you're coming in a helicopter. Like, okay. But yeah, they got to shorten up WrestleMania, man. Like, if they want to have, like, everyone involved WrestleMania weekend, then they need to have like another show on Saturday and just call it something else. Like, you know, I don't know. Like they have NXT TakeOver, then have like, I don't know, like what you could call it, but have like a 2-hour show or something on Saturday, and or maybe make WrestleMania like have a Saturday main event and a Sunday main event. You know, it's too much, man. It's just too fucking much. You know, I was falling asleep halfway through the show, you know, and especially when you blow your wad early. Like, Brian and freaking Kofi brought me back. Like I woke up, right? Like, if that match wasn't any good, I would have fell asleep, and I would have missed the rest of the show, right? And that's that. I guess they're done with The Undertaker. I guess The Undertaker's not coming back to Mania. Like, you know, like, I think this is the first WrestleMania without The Undertaker in like a long time. So, it's crazy. Hey, guys, you guys have been great, man. Thanks for those thumbs up. Thank you for joining me on here on this journey while I'm driving, while I talk wrestling. And haven't done a post video for WrestleMania or any wrestling show in a long time. So thank you. All right. And this is the style. All right. And I'm out of here.